Next at 5, they've been searching for weeks. Tonight, these weapons inspectors deliver their report on Iraq. And is this sound loud enough to wake up your kids during a fire? The 1912 investigation may surprise you. I'm Roger Corney. Cindy's off tonight. Eyewitness News at 5 is next.
Working together to make our schools better.
The Rusty at Ford Adopt-a-School program recognizes KFDI Radio for challenging their listeners to donate books for local schools.
We'd like to thank the KFDI good listenership for once again taking the ball and running for a touchdown, going above and beyond and helping the community.
It's easy to adopt a school. Log on to KWCH.com to see which schools need your help. The Rusty at Ford Adopt-a-School program in
Now, with coverage you can count on, this is KWCH 12 Eyewitness News at 5.
A great smile and a great attitude. That's how one of the best-known voices of Kansas radio is remembered today. Good afternoon. Kansans have known him as Old Mike. Tonight, radio listeners and anyone involved in Kansas broadcasting mourns over the death of former KFDI owner and personality Mike Oatman. Old Mike, who was 63, passed away early this morning in Houston, where he was being treated for liver cancer. But his legacy is remembered in tonight's top story.
On this Monday, a very sad Monday for all of us around the ranch, Tom Leffler, I know for you too.
Today was a day to remember for listeners and announcers at the Radio Ranch, the station that Mike Oatman built into a nationally respected powerhouse.
A lot of people in the business industry thought he was just a good old country boy. But let me tell you, he was one of the sharpest businessmen in the history of broadcasting, and he was muchly respected by everybody in this industry.
He'd put together, in my opinion, the greatest country music chain that ever existed when he had Great Empire Broadcasting.
Because of his success, Oatman got to rub shoulders with famous people, but the glitter and superficiality of show business never rubbed off on him.
One of the nicest people in the world, made a lot of money, and never changed him one bit.
Old Mike was always willing to give of his time, involved in more civic activities than we have time to list. He also shared his country philosophy in books and a newspaper column.
He really, really, really loved this area, and needless to say, the area loved him.
Funeral services for Mike are scheduled for this Friday morning. They'll be held at the Wichita State Metropolitan Complex at 29th and Oliver. Police spent this afternoon explaining to some Wichita residents why dozens of officers swarmed a house last week. That's in tonight's Crime Watch. Police raided a house in the 5000 block of East Pawnee late last week. There they found a meth lab, more than 20 guns, and explosives. So to ease neighbors' concerns, today officers delivered flyers explaining what happened and what they found.
We do something big in a neighborhood, we're going to let them know. And the flyers that we distribute to all these houses informs the citizens, hey, this occurred in your neighborhood. Lets them know that we're trying to get out the information. There's nothing to hide.
Police say informing neighbors about what's going on makes it more likely for them to call in with tips about future crimes. Also in tonight's Crime Watch, new information about a Wichita State student charged with having sex with minors he met on the internet. 23-year-old Michael Atakpa is WSU mascot Woo Shock. Atakpa's been wearing the Shocker colors since the beginning of the year. Our Crime Watch learned Wichita State does not conduct background checks for mascots. The school's vice president says background checks are not planned for the future because Woo Shock is in a public setting. Atakpa does not have a past criminal record. A fire killed an elderly western Kansas woman over the weekend. The fire department arrived at the scene of his house in Hayes Sunday night. Crews found 92-year-old Minnie Lang's body on the floor. The fire caused extensive damage before it burned out. Investigators have ruled out arson but are still looking for what started the fire. The process to renovate and upgrade the Kansas Coliseum may start this Wednesday. The Sedgwick County Commission will vote on whether to hire an architectural firm to study the facility. Commissioners have several bids to pick from, the lowest being $137,000. The firm would see what improvements are needed to turn the Coliseum into a more modern venue. Well, what would you bid for this weather? And will the value be going up this week? Here's Chief Meteorologist Merrill Teller with the first forecast.
Well, of course, that depends upon your particular taste in weather, Roger, but I think for folks who like some warmer readings, well, in western Kansas, you saw it today. We'll keep some mild temperatures tomorrow. In fact, for this time of the year, these temperatures are pretty mild in our first forecast. This evening here in Wichita, just a few scattered high thin clouds with a 8 o'clock temperature of 38 degrees. But late tonight, or call it really early tomorrow morning, I think we'll see some low clouds clouds, some patchy fog around. You'll find that on your morning drive. But the temperature's still pretty comfortable for January, around 35 degrees. Does that mean we're in for a hot one tomorrow? Well, we'll let you know with Futurecast Plus in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Merrill. It's the report that could determine the future of Iraq and mean the difference between war and peace. Today, after 2 months of searching, weapons inspectors presented their findings to the United Nations Security Council, and the reaction was mixed. Eyewitness News national reporter Jennifer Miller continues our coverage from the United Nations.
Iraq has cooperated in some ways with UN weapons inspectors, but not enough.
Iraq appears not to have come to a genuine acceptance, not even today, of the disarmament which was demanded of it.
With Saddam Hussein's future hanging in the balance, Chief UN Weapons Inspector Hans Blix delivered a crucial report on Iraq's efforts to disarm. After nearly 2 months of searching for weapons of mass destruction, inspectors found no smoking gun, but plenty to trigger concern, like this stash of chemical weapons warheads.
They could also be the tip of a submerged iceberg.
Blix says that leads to a bigger issue, several thousand chemical rockets that are unaccounted for. Then there is anthrax. He says there are strong indications that Iraq has more than it declared. But Iraq says they aren't hiding anything.
We open all doors to Mr. Blix and his team.
After Blix, a report from the man in charge of finding evidence of nuclear weapons activities in Iraq. He said his teams haven't found any so far, and calling it a valuable investment in peace, asked for more time.
Our work is steadily progressing and should be allowed to run its natural course.
Nothing we have heard today gives us hope that Iraq intends to fully comply.
And Britain agreed, saying Iraq turned the inspections into a charade. But the report did not convince everyone on the Security Council. Many, including Russia, say the inspectors need more time. At the United Nations, Jennifer Miller, KWCH 12, Eyewitness News.
And we wanted to know if you thought the U.S. should give inspectors more time before making a decision to take military action against Iraq. Our exclusive Eyewitness News scientific survey found most Kansans polled, 55%, think more time is needed. 37% say no more time. Anti-war groups want to make sure the UN knows they think inspectors should get more time to finish their job in Iraq. This was the scene outside the United Nations building today as several groups staged an anti-war rally. The protest groups are going by names like No Blood for Oil and Not in Our Name. Well, the big day came and went for football fans, and for some, the Super Bowl ended with police in riot gear after some Oakland Raider fans became violent. They hit the streets, torched cars, and broke windows. That's not what's most memorable about Super Bowl 37. Next at 5, a wrap-up from Eyewitness Sports. And later,
like if there's a fire, it'll go off.
Kids seem certain this sound would protect them during a fire, but a 1912 investigation shows that may not be the case if your children are asleep. We'll explain later at 5.
Radio for challenging their listeners to donate books for local schools.
We'd like to thank the KFDI good listenership for once again taking the ball and running for a touchdown, going above and beyond and helping the community.
It's easy to adopt a school. Log on to KWCH.com to see which schools need your help. The Rusty F. Ford Adopt a School program in partnership with KWCH 12. People you can count on.
The meals are big in seafood country. Long John Silver's Combo Combos. 3 giant combinations of the things you love. Our famous batter dip fish with crunchy shrimp. Delicious battered chicken planks with crunchy shrimp. Or have all 3, fish, chicken, and shrimp. Every basket piled high, plus fries and a drink, only $3.99 each. Come dive into seafood country.
Introducing the Flexibility Loan from Fidelity Bank. The swell new loan that lets you skip a payment. Skip a payment on those home improvements. Skip a payment on that new car. With Fidelity Bank's Flexibility, you can defer a payment anytime during the year. The Flexibility Loan. Call 291-LOAN for Flexibility. The loan that lets you skip a payment. Visit Fidelity for details. Equal Housing London.
They were from different sides of the grill. She was all sauteed mushrooms. He was strictly a bacon guy. 3 strips. We got a lot in common, he said. We're the biggest burgers in the business. grilled sourdough, Swiss cheese. You're pretty fresh, she said. Nothing's fresher than a Spangles burger, he said. Spangles sourdough bacon Swiss and sourdough mushroom Swiss burgers. Made fresh, made to order. It could happen to you. And for breakfast, try our sourdough breakfast sandwiches.
Tune into KFDI News for the Storm Team 12 forecast you can count on.
Storm Team 12. Weather coverage you can count on.
Sort of on a roller coaster here. A warm Saturday, a real cold Sunday, and warmer today.
Warmer today. In western Kansas, it got very warm today. We don't have all the records in yet because the official temperatures aren't in, but we know there were some records set in western Kansas. And to get record temperatures, of course, one of the ingredients you need is lots of sunshine. So as we take a look at Storm Team 12 Super Doppler Net radar, of course, we're not going to see anything out there. There have been some clouds around, but nothing that's going to produce any rain and certainly not any snow with the kind of temperatures we've seen this afternoon. And it looks like we'll continue with some mild temperatures tomorrow, although they are going to be coming down some as a cold front slowly pushes southward during the day. And 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with Futurecast Plus, you can see the blue indicating some 40s across northern Kansas. Much of the state, though, still in the 50s. So for this time of the year, those are certainly mild temperatures. Now, on Wednesday, we're behind the cold front. But it's not a cold, it's not like the Arctic air we had last week, so we should be looking at temperatures in the 40s at 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Let's check it outside right now. Here in Wichita from Skycam 12, downtown, looking out over the city, you can see we have mostly sunny skies out there, just a few high, thin, those are what are called cirrus clouds. 47 degrees here in the city, 33 our dew point. That gives us 58% relative humidity. The winds from the south at 18. They've been a little brisk today, so probably making it feel a little bit cooler. The pressure holding steady, but catch a load of the numbers that we've got out there in western Kansas right now. 60s and 70s. It's 71 in Goodland, 70 degrees in Liberal. Dodge City not far behind with 68. Hayes checking in at 66. You can see some of those scattered clouds out there, but certainly no moisture expected from that. And of course, you saw the contrast in temperatures west to east. It's because there's a warm front in western Kansas that will be slowly scooting eastward during the nighttime hours, but notice what's slipping southward. Another cold front. Now, again, it's not a big blast of hugely cold air, but it will be cooler, and there could be a few sprinkles up toward the Nebraska border by noontime. But look how quickly that falls apart. A few new showers generate in the east, but again, it's just not enough to really put it into the forecast. One or two folks might see a sprinkle, and that's about it. There's the colder air starting to filter in more noticeably tomorrow night as skies clear out for a while. During the day on Wednesday, we do see a little bit more cloud cover moving in. And again, we might pick up a few stray showers in western Kansas late morning, early afternoon, but you see how quickly it fades away. So again, it's certainly not going to be any relief, and especially in western Kansas where we need the moisture so desperately. For tonight then, we just look for fair to partly cloudy skies, although some low clouds possible in south central and southeastern Kansas toward morning. And you can see low temperatures between 30 and 35 across the state. Still mild tomorrow. Most readings in the 50s with partly cloudy skies. Winds shifting around to the north and getting a little bit gusty behind that cold front. Your Storm Team 12 7-day forecast shows Wednesday with partly cloudy skies. We're back down to 45. We hit 48 Thursday, jumping back to 54 Friday, 59 degrees on Saturday, and that ahead of the next cold front on Sunday. Yes, you see that right. There is actually a chance we could see a couple of thunderstorms. And then Sunday night, we could see some light snow on the cold side of that storm system.
A little bit of everything.
You got
Thanks, Merrill. Another Super Bowl has come and gone, and again, the game kind of failed to live up to its billing. Bruce Hurdle is in the newsroom, and he maintains that yesterday wasn't really that big of a surprise.
Not really, Roger, especially when you stop to consider the generally lopsided nature of this game. The average margin of victory in 37 Super Bowls is really a whopping 17 points. There have only been 6 games all time decided by less than a touchdown, just 6. So from a competitive standpoint, yesterday's game was so bad that we have to turn elsewhere for analysis, and let's bring Roger back in for it. Okay, Roger, pre-game performance, Celine Dion or Dixie Chicks?
I think go with Dixie Chicks.
No. Celine Dion may be Canadian, but have you ever heard a better rendition of America the Beautiful? It was absolutely phenomenal. Halftime, Shania, Gwen Stefani, or Sting?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, whatever the question is, the answer is Shania Twain.
Yeah. Who cares what she was wearing, right? What difference does it make? Gwen Stefani, I kind of liked her the first time around when she was Madonna. And Sting without Police is, well, Stingless. Yeah. And finally, with the overall level of commercial appeal slightly down, give us your best commercial from yesterday.
I think it was the instant replay zebra.
The instant replay zebra was good. How about Terry Tate, office linebacker, or the beer-guzzling clown?
The clown, I think, got the most reaction at the party I was at, but at the time I was getting my own beverage, and I kind of missed it, so I didn't really see that one.
Well, I'm surprised, having been around you, Roger, that you had any reaction whatsoever at that point. Of course, this is all too much fun, and just think we only have 364 more days until Super Bowl 38 in Houston. Raj?
And go Chiefs, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, they're not threatening or dangerous, but these abnormal veins are not only ugly, they're often painful. Next in the Health Watch, a new treatment that promises to get rid of varicose veins in a flash.
Subway didn't just change my weight, it changed my life. I've got a lot more energy now, and I need it with a wife and home. Now there's plenty to take care of. I have a yard to keep, things to build, gutters to clean. I work up quite an appetite. I mean, eating right's never tasted so good. And now Subway has all these delicious new sauces. It's great, like honey mustard on turkey or red wine vinaigrette on a club. They're delicious and still low fat.
Maybe tomorrow you'll paint the house?
Maybe tomorrow.
Subway! Proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Heart Walk.
Tomorrow's business leaders are in today's classroom.
The Rusty Eck Ford Adopt a School program in partnership with KWCH 12 challenges your business. Help our schools successfully achieve their goals by initiating activities or by providing the resources that teach, motivate, and enrich our children's education.
Contact your local school district and ask how your business can get involved.
The Rusty Eck Ford Adopt a School program in partnership with KWCH 12. People you can count on.
Hey, Carl, thanks so much for taking care of the cat, the flowers, and everything. And if there's anything you need, well, you know where we are. Ready?
Yeah! Where are they going?
Oh, never-ending pancakes down at IHOP.
Right now at IHOP, it's never-ending pancakes. Order a 5-stack of the buttermilk pancakes you love, and we'll be happy to keep them coming 3 at a time, for as long as you want. All for only $3.99 every day. When the pancakes are endless, there's no telling how long you'll stay. IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy.
Dreaming about starting an adventure? Stop dreaming and start driving. Save big on the world's best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. Choose 0% financing or $2,000 cash back. And start enjoying the roomier, smoother, more powerful Ford Explorer. Hurry and get low 0% financing or $2,000 cash back on Ford Explorer. Only at your Midwest Ford dealer.
On CBS Tonight, what today's report by the weapons inspectors means for the possibility of war, and an exclusive report revealing what the Iraqis may be trying to hide. Tonight's CBS Evening News.
With America on guard and a war with Iraq a possibility, Kansas agencies are preparing for any possible terrorism response right here at home. Eyewitness News reporter Sky Arnold joins us with a look at one concern some officials are having as we look ahead to 6 o'clock. Sky.
Well, Roger, over the last few years, the federal government has been very active helping local agencies prepare for just that type of threat. In fact, the federal government has provided several $100,000 locally, allowing authorities to buy the equipment they would need for a biohazard emergency. Still, one official in Butler County says that equipment is only the beginning of what's needed, and we'll explain that tonight on Eyewitness News at 6. Roger.
Thanks, Sky. Women who have them will tell you varicose veins can alter your life. And did you know they're not a problem just for women? Tonight, a new treatment claims to get rid of the ugly veins more easily. Eyewitness News medical reporter Dr. Sean Kniff explains in tonight's Health Watch.
Millions of Americans have them and hate them. Varicose veins. They're unsightly, even ugly, but they can also be very painful.
It's a fallacy to think that it's purely cosmetic. The vast majority of people who seek treatment for varicose veins usually suffer from symptoms, and a lot of the symptoms that we describe, typically that aching pain or night cramps, are very typical.
Studies show 40% of women will develop them, so will 25% of men, and they're nearly impossible to prevent. Treatment usually requires surgery, but now there's a new procedure called endovenous laser therapy, or EVLT.
The actual procedure is called EVLT, or endovenous laser, and all that means is endovenous means within the vein. And laser, of course, is a way to deliver laser energy or heat. So what we're doing is we're delivering laser energy within the vein. So we're not going through the skin, we're taking the skin out of it.
Once inside the vein, the laser is discharged, effectively shutting the vein down. Though technically difficult, it's easy on the patient, and it really works.
EVLT gets the same results as traditional surgery, but since it's not a surgery, there are fewer side effects. In fact, Dr. Min says the patients that have it done can even go home the same day.
So when you can offer a much less invasive treatment that really has very little downtime with results that are as good or superior than the existing technology, it's going to have a dramatic impact.
And the proof is in the pictures. In Miami, Dr. Sean Kniff, CBS News.
You count on your smoke alarm to warn your family in case of fire, but will it be enough to warn your children in the middle of the night? Next at 5, a 1912 investigation you can't miss if you're a parent.
Let's go to that little pizza place.
No. I want a roast beef sandwich.
I need something fat.
No, I don't have a lot of money.
What about a burger?
I want a salad.
No.
A taco salad.
No.
Burger.
Salad.
No. Burger. Good to see we're all in agreement. Power lunch at Golden Corral?
Everyone can agree on the new Power Lunch at Golden Corral. Handmade personal-sized pizzas, grilled steak burgers, hot roast beef sandwiches, taco salad, and more, all fast and just $5.79.
I'll drive.
It's a bus time.
I'll drive.
Well, you're always...
Families who are always on the go can go a lot farther in a Dodge Caravan SXT. It comes with Quad Plus seating, 4 captain's chairs, and a bench seat. And get a lot more for just $20,710 after a $2,500 cash allowance. Plus, grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match it. Dodge Caravan SXT Quad Plus, a valuable addition to any family, even yours.
It's not just about planning. It's about living and long-term relationships that outweigh short-term gains. At Edward Jones, it's about more than investing. It's about knowing you.
My every hope, my life, my world, it all begins with a dream.
Edward Jones, investing in you and your dreams. Edward Jones, recognized as a leader in investor satisfaction.
This week's Does It Work Wednesday. A flashlight that never needs bulbs, never needs batteries. This new high-tech gadget promises to be the last flashlight you'll ever need to buy. But does it work? Wednesday at 10 on KWCH 12 Eyewitness News, we shine some light on Forever Flashlight. Is it really a bright idea, or will it just leave you in the dark? Watch Does It Work Wednesday. This Wednesday at 10 on KWCH 12 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on.
Hi.
I got you something special.
Does it come in a box?
Uh-huh.
Is it round?
Yeah.
Is it gold?
Uh-huh.
Is it a gold ring?
Close your eyes.
New stuffed crust gold pizza from Pizza Hut. We married a ring of cheese baked inside the crust with golden cheddar on top for a toasted crunch. Stuffed crust pizza for $9.99, or go for the gold for $1 more. New at Pizza Hut.
Can I open my eyes yet?
No, not yet.
KWCH 12 Eyewitness News and KFDI invite your business to be a part of the biggest weather event in Kansas during the Storm Team 12 Extreme Weather Fair, April 26th at the Kansas Coliseum. Share your products and information to customers who count on you to help them plan and prepare during severe weather and emergency situations. Join the weather experts at the Storm Team 12 Extreme Weather Fair. Call for more information or to reserve your booth. KFDI and KWCH 12 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on.
Fire has killed at least 27 children in Kansas in just the last 3 years. Firefighters will tell you smoke detectors and a family evacuation plan can save lives, but there's no guarantee. I-Team 12 discovered something you may not know about smoke alarms and your children. Would your child wake up to the sound of a smoke alarm going off? I-Team 12 reporter Chris Coverall takes a look.
3 local families with children just like yours opened their homes to us for our test. In the Beano's home, 3-year-old Rachel likes to read books about firefighters with her mom. Stephen likes puzzles. Their grandfather is a firefighter. Brendan and Jace Mousley are typical little boys with big imaginations. Sister Reagan likes tea parties. In the Huntsinger's house after school, you'll hear Hannah on the piano and Hillary practicing her viola. Holden prefers to play with his rescue heroes. All 3 families have coached their children about smoke alarms and run fire drills with the kids.
If like there's smoke in your house, it will it will go like beep, 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 beep. It goes off, just get out of the house as quickly as you can. Get low and go. Get low and get go. Get out of the house as fast as you can. Beep, beep, beep.
But is that sound and all the coaching enough to get these kids moving if they were sleeping?
It would really wake you up. Really loud. Not enough to wake you up. It's real loud. Wake up. Probably a little bit louder than my alarm clock.
We wanted to see what happened when we put the kids to the test. So, with their parents' permission, we came back with the Wichita Fire Department when the kids were asleep. We put cameras equipped with night vision in each room. Then, the fire department set off the alarm. See for yourself how the children in the Mousley's home reacted. With the alarm blaring right outside their rooms, 5-year-old Jace on the left, his twin sister is in the middle, and 7-year-old Brendan is on the right. None of them ever woke up.
Not even if for some reason we didn't wake up, they wouldn't either, and so that is scary.
We do the same thing in the home of the Beanos, where Stephen and Rachel have been sleeping for about 2 hours. The alarm sounds outside the children's room for more than a minute.
It's not budging, is it?
No, not at all. He did actually move.
No.
His eyes never even flickered, really, and he just rolled over.
Even after our first tests, no one expected what would happen in the Hunsingers' home. 12-year-old Hannah, 9-year-old Hillary, and 5-year-old Holden are tucked in their beds when we arrive. This time we set the alarm off twice. Remember, Hillary told us the smoke alarm was probably a little louder than her alarm clock. Watch what she does.
She went over and reached for her alarm clock. Oh my gosh.
When the smoke alarm stops, Hillary goes back to sleep. In a basement bedroom, Hannah also hears the alarm. Only she gets out of bed. What happened 10 seconds later surprised everyone.
Hannah got up and she got out of bed and she went right back to bed.
Holden sleeps through it all. The second time we set off the alarm, we saw even more surprises. This time, Hillary gets up and out of bed.
Good girl. You passed the test, girlie.
Downstairs, her sister stays in bed as the alarm sounds. Her eyes open.
I think that this is eye-opening for a lot of parents.
That's really scary because we thought we had a good plan prepared. Nothing happened when we put it to the test.
Now remember, all of these kids told us they would wake up. Only 1 out of the 8 children did wake up. Now, KWCH 12 Eyewitness News, the Sedgwick County Fire Department and the Wichita Fire Department are teaming up to teach your kids about smoke alarms and fire safety. We'll be at the Sedgwick County Fire Station at 4200 North Woodlawn from 4:30 to 7 this Friday. Come by with the kids and register to win a free smoke detector. And Roger, coming up tomorrow, we'll hear from an expert in children's sleeping habits about how they can sleep through this and what's some tips that parents can do to help their children to be able to wake up.
So what do firefighters suggest parents do?
Well, actually, they suggest they do exactly what we did. Test the kids like it's real. Actually set the smoke detector off so they hear it when they're sleeping and they know what that sound means.
All right, thanks, Chris. KWCH 12 Eyewitness News and the Wichita Fire Department challenge you to test your children and see if they wake up. Email us the results on your reaction to the story at KWCH and news at KWCH.com. Or leave a message for our I-Team 12 by calling 831-6170. We'll be following the story throughout the week. And Merrill has another look at your forecast next at 5.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Farha's Carpet and Building Supply for wallpaper, ceramic tile, carpet, cabinets, and more. You get a far better deal at Farha's.
Unlike some SUVs, the 2003 Mountaineer offers both the full-time traction of all-wheel drive and the power of a V8. Get one now with 0% APR or $2,000 cash back. See your local Mercury dealer now.
The Kids Room on Main in Midtown Hutchinson invites you to see their selection of quality baby furniture and youth furniture that's affordable and unique. Featuring personalized rockers, beanbags, piggy banks, games, plush toys, and preemie baby clothes, The Kids Room at 1309 North Main in Hutchinson. On Main in downtown Hutchinson is Westfall Jewelers, a member of the American Gem Society. Dick Westfall is proud of his selection of fine jewelry in every price range. Appraisals, repairs, custom design, and handcrafted jewelry for that special occasion or any occasion. Westfall Jewelers in downtown Hutchinson.
We'll wrap up the day in sports.
And even warmer temperatures are on the way. We'll have a look at your futurecast.
Join us Tuesday for Eyewitness News This Morning.
They were from different sides of the grill. She was all sautéed mushrooms. He was strictly a bacon guy. 3 strips. We got a lot in common, he said. We're the biggest burgers in the business. Grilled sourdough, Swiss cheese. You're pretty fresh, she said. Nothing's fresher than a Spangles burger, he said. Spangles sourdough bacon Swiss and sourdough mushroom Swiss burgers. Made fresh, made to order. It could happen to you. And for breakfast, try our sourdough breakfast sandwiches.
Sunshine Radio KSGL AM welcomes an old-fashioned Gaither homecoming concert.
Hi, I'm Bill Gaither. The events of this last year have caused us to reflect on what is most important in our lives, faith, family, and friends. I invite you to join me and my homecoming friends for a musical extravaganza as we honor the past and celebrate our future.
Friday, April 4th at Kansas Coliseum. Tickets are on sale right now.
Merrill's back, and he wants a question.
That's right. It's time to ask for a question from you. If you have a weather question, send it to us by email to askstormteam12@kwch.com. We will look at the questions in the next 15 or 20 minutes and choose one and answer it at 6 o'clock.
And you'll have a full report on the weather at 6 as well. All right, have a nice evening. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.